given all of that, for someone that is relatively new to exploring career options, maybe they're a teen or in their early 20s, they're contemplating what to do with going to university. They've heard about digital infrastructure and technology companies. They've certainly been in the news a lot more in the last year or two than they have in the previous decade or two. And perhaps it's a niece or a nephew or younger cousin or the son or daughter of a neighbor or coworker, and they approach you and they ask for advice. Pierre, we've heard what you've done with the great work that you've done over at Pronomic, and we're really curious. We don't think we want a highly technical career. Engineering and software development doesn't appeal to us. We're thinking of something more client-facing. What do you think the opportunities look like for someone that's just getting into this kind of role in some aspect of supporting technology companies?
First of all, I have to admit that when we're talking material handling, it seems for a lot of people as something very easy. We take a load, we lift it up, we use some kind of media, electricity, air, whatever to lift it. It seems very easy. But with this experience, I will even say it's more complicated than it seems to. Solutions are often very specific. We have always technicians with us to help us with the final technical solution. But it's very important to understand, first of all, the needs from the client, but also to know the real possibility of your product, and also to have a very good technical knowledge. We've seen that in different kind of segments, even now more into the data center, because even in the data center, it seems very easy to take a server of 40, 50 kilos. But what we forgot is we have to be easy, smoothly using product, a product which could be very, I would say, dealing with a lot of problems, heating, humidity sometimes also, but also everything with the dimensions. We need to be small, to be rather light, and to lift very high. So we use different technologies. We're using different type of products to also transfer the batteries from the lifter into the racking, the servers. So it's not only to lift. We have to understand very quickly what is the pain points from the client, which is the problems, and how can we help him. So going from a very simple question, it's not always so simple to do it. Often we have this, I would say, good products which help us to find good solutions, but you have to have a good technical knowledge and base, and to understand the needs from the clients. So it seems easy. It's not always easy. We have to, I would say, be making new products constantly to really reply on the needs from the clients, and also to have a large product range so we can satisfy all these kind of needs, because it's not only the battery and the server, it could even be other things into the data center.
So it sounds like there's a couple of interesting non-intuitive elements about those. One is, it seems like even at a fairly early stage and a fairly entry-level role, there's a need to truly consult with the client on this particular aspect of material handling, because it sounds a lot like the client needs your help to figure out how to actually solve this problem. It's not as simple as them going to an e-commerce website and just ordering a solution to figure all of this out. There's a certain, sounds like a diagnostic element to this, where you're going out and doing site visits and speaking with clients. So yeah, that's really, really interesting, because that's one of the best ways going forward for sales professionals, business development professionals to thrive in this world where so many buyers are running a self-driven buyer's journey, where they're just doing tons of research before they get to you. So the opportunity to show up as an expert, as a consultant, as a teacher, for sure seems to be something that should resonate with a lot in the space. So with that in mind,